why I'm here is to talk about our new initiative and partnership with a UK-based software development company called Transition Computing. They've been in the business for more than 12 years, and they have a very solid success rate in terms of software development, and their niche area is in the finance side in the UK, mostly towards the leasing side.
I'm here visiting TechSense because we're forming a very close partnership with TechSense. It's going to be a win-win type of partnership where we're based in the UK. We have a variety of clients in quite a few industries, but mainly in finance. And we're over here to assess SharePoint resources and set up a SharePoint partnership with TechSense.
The partnership is basically about coming together as a company to do Microsoft SharePoint-based consultancy projects in UK, whereby we will take on SharePoint projects in UK, do on-site analysis, and then do off-site development here in our Pakistani office. We're extremely excited about this project because this makes TechSense the only company who is doing a direct on-site offshore SharePoint consultancy model from UK. There are a few companies who are doing this in America, but in UK this is the only initiative that we've taken on, and hopefully this is going to take on very, very successfully. And I say this because I know for a fact that there is a lot of talent out here in Pakistan, especially on SharePoint, and we've had good grasp on the technology since it came into being. And since I've been in the industry for so many years, I kind of really know where the talent lies. And we started doing SharePoint individually in UK since last year. We successfully did 2 or 3 projects for the national health sector in the UK. So we already have a few success stories that we can talk about, and that is all we require really to go into, talk to bigger clients, because that is all they require. The requirement is whether we can do it or not, and if we've already done this or not. So that we tick all the boxes, and now we have this great company to back us up, who have had a very solid foundation of how to develop projects and how to manage projects. So this basically gives us a tremendous opportunity as a Pakistani company to expose our Pakistani talent in the UK and European market, and we're absolutely proud of it now.
In terms of a Pakistani company, it's really because we forged a relationship with TechSense in the UK. Not necessarily a Pakistani company, but TechSense is a Pakistani company, and therefore we're just setting up a partnership, and it's going quite well at the moment. Transition used to have more resources than what it has now. In the recession recently, we had to downsize, and so we had to let some of our team go in the UK.
Transition Computing, interestingly, has developed a niche in the finance side, but as far as SharePoint is concerned, the world is open to us. We've done our marketing analysis before we decided that we wanted to do SharePoint. Primarily, SharePoint as a technology or as a software is being widely used in the UK, but, well, no, I wouldn't say widely used. It's there widely, but people are not using it. For example, if I take an example of the national health sector, they have an enterprise license, so they have SharePoint. They don't have SharePoint, but they don't use it. So it's all about going out there, showing them the advantages of SharePoint as a collaboration and communicative tool. And it's not just the NHS, it's the whole UK-wide different verticals of industries where they're looking for a competitive collaboration tool where they can just basically bring in the departments together and communicate effectively. That is where we come in, and as I said, since we've done our web marketing analysis.
We met TechSense, and the opportunity is there because Transition is very strong on project management and process control. Our team is much smaller, and that complements TechSense because the team in TechSense is quite large. Therefore, with our project management skills in the UK and the technical resources over in Karachi, it's going to work as a complement, i.e. we can manage projects and get the development done here. But it's not sort of a, I throw the project over the wall, if you see what I mean. the links are very, very strong. Because of that, the projects will succeed. Whereas I've seen in other companies and other experiences, throw the project over the wall and let someone else get on with it just doesn't work. And that's where the advantage is between us and TechSense. Because we are so closely related, projects will succeed. Nothing will fall down holes in the middle.
There is a lot of opportunity in UK, especially from a search engine point of view, where we've taken on a strategy that we're going to use SEO as a tool and market our services in UK. And it's already become fruitful because we started doing this about 3 months ago, and we've signed up on a few projects now. So it's working out brilliantly. Another reason why it's working out better than we expected was because of our pricing model. As I mentioned, we're doing an on-site and off-site model as compared to SharePoint consultants who work on-site and charge a lot of money. So that makes us extremely competitive and extremely interesting to not just the small businesses but to the large businesses as well.
During the recession, and I still don't think we're out of the recession completely, a lot of companies were downsizing, budgets were being cut, a lot of budgets were being frozen. So there really wasn't a lot of movement in the software market at all in the UK. Over the past 3, maybe 6 months, we've seen inklings of growth in the UK, where people are releasing budgets and they're looking for partners to do business with. Some of those partners aren't there anymore. They've just gone in a recession. And therefore, that leaves a space open for us. Outsourcing in the UK is being done. I don't know how widely, it's more the larger companies that are actually taking it on. But the opportunity for us is that outsourcing for us is seen as there's bad and good experiences in the UK. The bad experiences from where I'm sitting is because the relationship between the two companies isn't tight enough. And it goes back to what I've just said about throwing the projects over the fence. Outsourcing works if you get the tight, close-knit ties. You have a framework to work in and a good management through the whole of the life cycle. That's what I think we've got with TechSense. We've got a good understanding between the two companies.
Basically, I think call it a shortcut as far as TechSense is concerned, because I have seen so many companies, my mentors that I was previously working for, they have taken years and years to develop themselves and come to a point where they can say that they've been there, done that, and now they are professionally capable of successfully delivering projects. Any technology company cannot successfully deliver projects just by hiring the right resources or just by hiring the best resources. It's all about how teams gel together, how you learn from your mistakes, and how you do not repeat your mistakes. So all of that takes time, years and years of time.
It's fun. Immediately on that question, you'd say that CIOs and whatever in the UK would go, oh, it's an outsourcing project. But actually, it's the contrary. Transition in its history, I'm talking a few years ago, we bid for projects, and the people who had the projects simply said to us, we can't risk our job to giving it to your company. We need to go to one of the big consultancies or something like that. And we couldn't really compete because we haven't got the resources. We couldn't afford to take on resources to make us look like a big consultancy. With TechSense, it's now a different ballgame. We're in a different park. We have the resources. We have a small UK office with TechSense that has the control and the project management. But we've got a wealth of resources in Pakistan, and therefore we can really compete on a much bigger scale. So the reaction of the CIOs should be that they should have a warm feeling. Not only are they getting the UK experience and the UK management guidance, they've also got a big resource base that we can call upon if the project needs it.
I personally think that when we become partners with transition computing, we kind of understand or bring all of that experience into TechSense. So call it a leap of 10 years. I'm extremely excited because on a day-to-day basis, we get to learn so much from transition that we would have normally, taken 10 years to understand. So as far as TechSense is concerned, that is probably the biggest benefit that we got. Apart from that, yes, when we go in front of potential customer, we say that now we're not just 3 years old, we're 15 years old as far as company man hours are concerned or manpower is concerned. A tangible benefit that we are getting across. to TechSense. The reason why we picked up on SharePoint was A, we have the expertise to do those projects, and B, SharePoint has the potential or the capability to explore other business areas within an organization. So SharePoint basically sits beautifully amongst not just communication tools, for example, Microsoft Exchange or live communications, whatever. It also taps into other line of business systems. It taps into your ERP, it taps into your business processes, it taps into your business intelligence. So I think our natural transition from SharePoint would be to go towards business process management and business intelligence. So this is the foothold that we require. SharePoint is the foothold that we require to explore those opportunities in every business and try and expand upon SharePoint, and then deliver more projects on the line of business side.
Initially, there was all good signs while we're in the UK, but you never really know until you meet the people. I've come over here this week and I've been very, very impressed with the SharePoint experience. The guys in the office, they know this stuff. If I was in the UK and I was employing, I would employ them.
SharePoint Consultancy is TechSense already has a sponsorship license with the Home Office, or UKPA, that's what they call it, the UK Border Agency in UK. So we can sponsor individuals on work permits and bring them over to UK, and that's exactly what we plan on doing. In fact, this is why John is here as well. He's looked into our resources, and we are already discussing who we want to bring over to UK. And apart from that, as far as this scale or scaling up of HR is concerned, I think the beauty of doing projects in Pakistan is that we are able to take on much bigger projects in Pakistan as compared to in UK. So when an opportunity arises in the UK where a customer is going to ask us whether you have the right kind of skills or whether you have the right kind of capability, we don't just say that we do, we can prove to them that we've already done much bigger projects in Pakistan, and we can give them examples. That gives us a lot of competitive edge in the UK market.
I think you need people like TechSense in the UK. If someone didn't know, they would look at the news, they would see all the things that are portrayed in the press, and they'd think probably Pakistan is not a good place to outsource. From our experience, you really need to get to know the people, and that's where TechSense came. We joined up with them, we came out as their guests, and we really see what it's like on the ground, not just what's portrayed in the media. And it's a different story when you get here. With transition, I see us winning larger projects and competing with some of the larger consultancies. At the moment, the partnership is on SharePoint. But as Ali said, SharePoint is really the glue that holds the Microsoft technologies together. So you can go in any different way you like. You can go off the CRM, ERP systems. You can go a long way. As long as Microsoft keeps producing products, that's the scope of where we've got to go.